Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. Today we're diving into a terrifying moment when Tu Tien gets attacked at the market right in front of little Anna, and she hides her worsening symptoms because Jack is about to start the biggest Min Hung project of his life. Will the police catch the culprits in time, and can Tu Tien keep her secret from Jack without collapsing? If you enjoy the story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. The district market is already roaring when Tu Tien arrives. Fish sellers shout prices, ladles clang on pots, and scooters crawl through the crowd. On days like this, noise feels like safety. Jack is at work, so Tu Tien walks here the way she always does when she's alone. Anna is with her, 15 months old, hair tied into two tiny braids, cheeks pink from the cold. Anna keeps tugging toward anything colourful. "Slow down, little miss," Tu Tien whispers. "We're shopping, not racing." Anna responds by squatting and refusing to move. Tu Tien laughs under her breath, lifts her onto her hip, and grips the bamboo basket tighter.
Do you see all the fish, Anna?
"Okay, mommy taxi." Ginger for Jack's porridge, greens, a bag of beans for sweet soup, ordinary things. Tu Tien even smiles when Anna points at a cat by the fish stall and squeals. Then the air changes. "Tu Tien!" Tu Tien freezes. Mrs. Tui stands a few steps away, eyes sharp with old resentment. Next to her is the creditor, broad-shouldered and impatient. Tu Tien's first thought is Anna. She shifts Anna higher and keeps her voice low.
"Please, not here," Mrs. Tui scoffs. "Not here? Then where? Behind your husband?" The word husband hits like a slap. Jack, Min Hung, the big project hovering over their life like a storm cloud and a miracle at the same time. "I don't want trouble," Tu Tien says, trying to angle away through the crowd. The creditor steps in front of her. "You owe." "I don't owe you anything," Tu Tien answers, hating the shake in her voice. Mrs. Tui leans close, perfume heavy. "You act brave because he drives a nice car now." Anna starts to fuss, sensing the tension. Tu Tien kisses Anna's hair. "It's okay, Mommy's here." And then it happens. Fast, ugly, unfair. The creditor's hand shoots out and grabs Tu Tien's necklace. Tu Tien jerks back instinctively. Anna squirms at the same time.
Someone bumps Tu Tien's basket. Her foot slides on a wet patch of pavement. Balance disappears. Tu Tien falls hard, shoulder first, then her head hits the ground with a dull thud. For a second, the market sound turns into ringing. Her vision swims. Anna screams. Tu Tien forces her arms around her daughter, holding tight. People shout. Someone yells, "Stop them!" When Tu Tien blinks and focuses again, Mrs. Tui and the creditor are already gone, swallowed by the crowd with the necklace in their hands. A vendor kneels beside her. "Are you hurt? Your baby's okay?" Tu Tien checks Anna first. No blood, no limp, just fear. Anna's face is wet with tears, little hands clutching Tu Tien's shirt, like it's the only safe thing left. "I'm okay." Tu Tien lies automatically, even while her head throbs and her shoulder burns. A woman offers water. Another reaches for her phone. "We should call an ambulance." Tu Tien's heart drops. Hospital means questions, tests. Doctors noticing the things she's been hiding, itching, nosebleeds, the strange fatigue. And if Jack sees that, he'll drop everything. Min Hung, the deal, his dream. "No," Tu Tien says quickly. "No hospital." The woman stares. "But you hit your head." "I just need my husband," Tu Tien insists. Her hands shake as she pulls out her phone. "Please, I'll go home and rest." She calls Jack.
Don't cry,
He
my
answers
dear.
on the second
It will
ring.
be all right.
"Tu, what's wrong?" Hearing his voice almost breaks her. "Jack, please come. I fell at the market."
Someone stole my necklace. His tone turns sharp instantly. Are you hurt?
my dear.
Where are you? I'm not badly hurt, she lies again. Anna is scared. Please, stay there, Jack says.
It's all
Don't
right,
move,
little
I'm
one.
coming
We are
now.
here to help you.
Jack arrives fast, his white Ford Ranger pushing into the lane like a lifeline. He jumps out before the engine fully stops, eyes scanning until they lock on to Tu Tien. Relief flashes across his face for half a second. Then fear, then anger, so controlled it's almost quiet. He crouches in front of her. Where? Tu Tien forces a shaky smile. Just bump my head, I'm fine. Jack doesn't accept fine. He checks her shoulder and the back of her head with careful hands that still tremble. Anna reaches towards him, hiccuping from crying. Bah! She whimpers.
Jack lifts Anna, rocks her, kisses her forehead, then looks back at Tu Tien. His voice hardens. We're going to the hospital. Tu Tien's stomach twists.
Hello?
No.
Can you
Jack's
hear
brows
me?
knit. I'm not bleeding, she says fast. I'm not dizzy. I just want to go home. Please. Jack studies her like he's trying to read the truth behind her eyes. Tu Tien holds his gaze and prays he sees only what she wants him to see. A tired wife, a frightened mother, nothing else.
Tu Tien.
Finally, Jack nods once. Home, but if you feel worse, we go. No arguing. Tu Tien nods quickly. Okay, I promise. On the drive home, Jack keeps both hands tight on the wheel. Tu Tien turns her face toward the window so he won't notice how pale she is. Anna finally calms, thumb in her mouth, watching the passing fields. At home, Jack goes into caretaker mode. Water, cold cloth, pillows. He asks if the room spins, if she feels nauseous. Tu Tien keeps answering the safest way. I'm fine, just tired.
Are you all right, my dear?
Anna crawls onto the bed and pats Tu Tien's
Just a
hand
little
like she's
tired.
trying to heal her with touch. Jack watches that,
Are you all right?
jaw
Are you all
clenched.
right?
I'm reporting this. Tu Tien's heart sinks. Police mean statements. Statements mean questions. But Jack is already on the phone. When he comes back, he sits beside her and holds her hand. Officer 2 will contact us, he says. They'll investigate. And 2, next time you feel unsafe, you call me immediately. Tu Tien nods, guilt burning behind her ribs. She wants to confess everything about the pain, the fear, the medicine she's been hiding in the kitchen cabinet. But Jack's phone lights up again with work messages, Min Hung emails, contract drafts, numbers that could change their lives. Tu Tien swallows the truth and forces a
Seem to be
soft
moving very
smile.
quickly.
I'm home, she whispers.
I was in the
That's
middle
enough.
of preparing dinner when I heard the commotion
Jack
outside.
looks at her like he doesn't
I
believe that's
rushed
the
to
whole
window and saw
story.
what happened.
And as winter light fades outside their window, Tu Tien realizes the scariest part isn't the stolen necklace. It's the timing, because Jack is about to step into the biggest Min Hung project of his life, and her body feels like it's counting down to the worst possible moment to reveal the secret she's fighting so hard to hide. That night, the house is quiet, but Jack can't relax. Tu Tien lies on the bed with a folded cold cloth on her forehead, eyes half closed, trying to look calmer than she feels. Anna finally fell asleep beside her. 15 months old, 2 tiny braids messy now, one hand still curled around Tu Tien's sleeve, like she's afraid her mom might disappear.
How are
Jack
you feeling
sits on
now,
the
Mom?
edge of the bed and watches them both in the dim light. You sure you're not dizzy? He asks again, voice low. Tu Tien forces a small smile. If I say yes, will you stop asking? No, Jack says instantly. I'll ask more. He reaches out and gently checks the back of her head. Tu Tien flinches. Jack's face tightens. We should have gone to the hospital, he mutters. Tu Tien shakes her head. I'm not bleeding. I can think. I just need rest. Jack looks like he wants to argue, but Anna shifts and makes a tiny sleepy sound. Jack swallows his words. He doesn't want to wake her. He doesn't want to add more fear to the day. Instead, he stands and walks quietly into the yard. Tu Tien hears his voice through the door, controlled, clipped. Not loud anger. The kind of anger that's packed down deep so it doesn't explode in front of family. When he comes back inside, he sits again and takes Tu Tien's hand. Officer Tu will meet us tomorrow morning, he says. We give a statement. They're going to pull market cameras. Tu Tien's stomach flips. Statements mean questions. Questions mean hospital. Hospital means the thing she's been hiding. Okay, she whispers, because fighting Jack on this would only make him more suspicious. Jack squeezes her fingers. Tu, next time you feel unsafe, you call me immediately. You don't try to handle it alone. Tu Tien nods, guilt burning hot in her throat. I know. But the truth is, she did call him. She just didn't tell him the full reason she was terrified of going anywhere else. Morning comes pale and cold. Jack wakes early and makes ginger porridge, the way he does when someone's sick. He moves quietly, trying not to wake Anna, but Anna pops up anyway like a tiny alarm, hair in 2 braids, eyes wide, immediately searching for her mother. "Mommy!" she babbles. Tu Tien sits up slowly, hiding the way her head throbs when she moves. Anna toddles over and pats her cheek with a serious little hand, as if checking. Are you still here? Jack brings the bowl and feeds Tu Tien a few spoonfuls. His hand is gentle, but his eyes never stop scanning her face. You're staying home today, he says. We have to go to the station, Tu Tien reminds him softly. We go, then we come straight back, Jack replies. No extra stops. Before they leave, Jack calls Mother Ly. 10 minutes later, Mother Ly arrives on foot from the lower road, wrapped in a warm jacket, worry written all over her face. When she sees the bruise on Tu Tien's shoulder, she sucks in a breath. Oh my girl, I'm okay, Tu Tien says automatically. Mother Ly doesn't argue. She lifts Anna into her arms, bouncing gently.
She just wanted him to leave.
Stay with Grandma for a bit, okay? Be good. Anna frowns, suspicious.
Just afternoon.
Then she grabs Mother Ly's collar like she owns it and looks back at Tu Tien with a dramatic, offended stare. Jack kneels and speaks softly to her. Ba and Mommy will be right back. You listen to Grandma.
We were just walking by the street.
Anna reaches out and pats Jack's cheek. Ba. Jack kisses her small hand, then stands and opens the truck door for Tu Tien. Because that's their rhythm, Jack drives. If Tu Tien is alone, she walks. If she's with Jack, they go together in the car. The station is cold, fluorescent, and too quiet. Officer Thu meets them at the entrance, calm but serious.
I saw a man driving,
Mr. Jack,
and I took a
Ms.
photo.
Tu Tien, she says, I'm sorry this happened. Jack's jaw
It was
tightens.
an accident.
They stole her necklace and pushed her down in front of our child.
Can you
Officer
tell me exactly
Thu
what you saw?
leads them into a small room and opens a notebook.
We just want to get
Tell
the
me
situation
everything, from the
resolved
moment
as
you
peacefully
saw
as
them.
possible.
Tu Tien
I didn't
keeps
see
her
anyone
voice
else in the
steady,
area at that time.
describing Mrs.
We
Thuy,
were just
the
focused on
creditor,
him.
the grab,
All
the
right, thank
shove,
you for your
the direction they ran. Jack
They
adds
left just after
details,
dinner,
time,
and I have not seen
location,
him since.
what Tu Tien said on the phone, how fast he arrived. Officer Thu
Thank
writes,
you for
then
providing
looks up.
us with your statement.
Did you go to the
We're just
hospital?
trying to get to the bottom of this.
Tu Tien's throat
We
tightens.
understand.
Jack answers first, frustration
And so then I said,
slipping
"You know
into
what?
his voice.
I'm gonna go.
She refused. She said she wasn't
We thought it was
bleeding.
important.
Officer Tu nods slowly and looks at Tu Tien.
It was very
Head
clear that they
injuries
did
can be
not want us
tricky.
there.
If you get dizzy, vomit, or feel confused, you go immediately.
just need to
Tu
find out
Tien
what happened
nods
and
fast.
where the
I
suspect-
understand. Then
It all
Officer Tu
happened so
asks,
fast.
gently but directly,
We were just walking
any other
down the
symptoms
street.
lately?
And
Nosebleeds,
then
itching,
the car
fatigue?
just came out of nowhere.
Tu Tien's breath catches so sharply it
We
almost
were
makes a
just trying to
sound.
help, but things got
Jack
complicated
turns
very
toward her.
quickly.
We didn't
What?
anticipate any of this.
Tu
We were
Tien
just at the
forces
wrong
her
place
face
at the wrong
calm.
time.
No, she says quickly. Just stress.
And winter dryness. Officer Thu doesn't press, but her eyes linger for half a second, like she heard the hesitation, even if she won't name it. We'll review the camera footage, Officer Thu says, moving on. If it's clear enough, we'll identify them and proceed. Jack
Come on,
leans
Anna.
forward, voice firm. I want them
Slowly
caught.
now.
We're working on it,
Watch your step.
Officer Thu replies. But you should be careful. If this was targeted, they might try again. Targeted. The word follows them out of the station and into the truck like a shadow.
What are you two doing
On the
here?
drive home,
We just wanted to see
Jack's
what you were working
phone
on.
buzzes with company messages, Min Hung, contract drafts, timelines. He flips the phone face down like he's refusing to let work steal today. I'm going to slow down a few days, he says.
I'll work from home if I have to. Tu Tien tries to protest. Jack, the project... Jack cuts her off softly. The project matters. But you and Anna are my life. Tu Tien looks out the window, blinking hard. If she keeps looking at him, she might confess everything by accident. Back home, Anna comes running, well, waddling, toward them the second she sees them in the yard. Mother Loy sets her down and Anna barrels straight into Tu Tien's legs, wrapping her arms around her like a tiny guard dog. Tu Tien drops to her knees and holds her close. Mommy's here. Anna presses her face into Tu Tien's shoulder, then looks up and touches the bruise gently with a worried little sound. Jack watches, his eyes turning glassy for a moment. He picks Anna up and makes her laugh with a small bounce, like he's trying to push the fear out of the air. The afternoon tries to return to normal. Jack sits at the table with his laptop, calling employees, checking documents, giving instructions in a steady voice. He's still fighting for Min Hung, even from home. Tu Tien moves through the house with Anna, following her everywhere, dragging a cloth like she's cleaning, stacking plastic bowls like she's helping, offering Tu Tien random leaves as gifts. But Tu Tien's body doesn't feel normal. Her head aches when she bends down. The itch crawls across her arms like a warning. She slips into the kitchen and opens a small container hidden behind spice jars. She swallows her medicine fast, no water, no sound. Then she hears Jack's chair scrape. "Tu?" he calls. She closes the cabinet gently and turns, forcing a smile. "Yeah?" Jack appears in the doorway, eyes scanning her face like he's trying to memorize it. "Come sit. I can handle dinner." Tu Tien tries to joke. "Since when can you handle dinner and Min Hung at the same time?" Jack steps closer and lowers his voice. "Since I'm scared." That stops her cold. He takes her hand. "Don't hide things from me, not after today." Tu Tien feels the truth rise in her throat like a heavy stone. But then Anna toddles between them, arms up. Up! Jack lifts her automatically. Anna giggles, and the sound fills the space where Tu Tien's confession almost happened. Tu Tien exhales slowly and swallows the secret again. "Not today," she tells herself, not while Jack is still standing back up. Because the Min Hung project is starting to move forward, and deep down, she's terrified her illness is moving faster. Tu Tien walks to the district market with 15-month-old Anna, her hair in 2 tiny braids, trying to keep life normal while Jack works. The peace breaks when Mrs. Tui and a creditor confront her, snatch her necklace, and shove her to the ground in front of the crowd. Anna screams as Tu Tien hits her shoulder and head, but she refuses an ambulance, terrified a hospital check will expose the strange symptoms she's been hiding. Jack rushes in his white pickup, brings them home, comforts Anna, and reports the attack. The next day they meet Officer Thu, give statements, and hear the warning that the assault may be targeted. Jack tries to balance Min Hung project pressure with protecting his family, while Tu Tien secretly takes medicine and swallows the truth, afraid she'll collapse at the worst moment for him.